Hey y'all, it's me Marty. Welcome to Ramblin' Live from Oklahoma.
Hi.
My wonderful wife Marilyn is with me. We are on the road working, trucking, and we're taking our 34-hour reset in, I keep forgetting, Shawnee? Something like that, Oklahoma. Just east of Oklahoma City, really. And yeah, we're parked here for the weekend. It is, well, 2 p.m. Central Time. I think it's about 55 degrees now. It's supposed to be 60, 65 today. Pretty nice. It was really hot last few days, but it's cooled off. So yeah, so that's where we are. We're doing a live stream here. I am gonna share the scripture and then what the lineup's gonna be, and then I'll share what we're having for a drink and a snack. So go get a drink and a snack and get ready for a fun live stream today. I always like to start with a scripture and I end with a quote. And I've used both of these many times, but I like them. So the scripture for today, 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. That is such a good one for anyone who has just accepted Christ, to realize you have a new life and all that stuff. And yeah, just wonderful to meditate on that and dwell on it. And so yeah, at the end of the live we'll have one of my favorite quotes. So the scripture and the quote kind of have to do with what the subject, the topic today. And so the topic is childhood memories. So my friend Robert from New York, I don't know if he's on here. Looks we have 4 people already. It's wonderful. Robert came up with the topic of talking about hobbies we had as a kid. And so I kind of expanded on it and thought we would just talk about childhood memories. So we're going to talk about facts just about our childhoods, best memories, worst memories, hobbies and interests, funny things we learned, if we could do it over, things our parents said and maybe that we say also. And then we'll have some show and tell. We both have a bunch of different hobbies, but one of our favorites and one that we can do anywhere, we're going to just share some stuff about those hobbies. And then some Q&A, and then the final quote at the end. We'll go for an hour, maybe 2. We'll see how much fun we're having. And yeah, we'll start with that. So, you want to share what your drink and snack is, honey? And talk a little louder because she's sitting behind me, so we could both be in the frame in the truck here. Oh, one more thing. After the live stream, I am going to download my live stream and edit it and flip it, because I know right now we're backwards. That's just the way it is on YouTube. But I'm going to flip it, edit it, turn the sound up, all that stuff, so it'll be up as a regular video later today too. But you could also replay the live stream, but for anybody who missed it or whatever. But yeah.
So it's from Mix Snacks, and it's corn chockas.
Corn chockas. Oh.
Corn
Okay,
chockas.
salt and
Corn
lime
chocks.
flavored.
Yeah. So it's actually just corn chips with salt and lime on it.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to
It's
try
not
it?
too bad.
Want to try it? Oh, you already tried it?
Not too bad. No.
Yeah, let me try one. I like corn chips, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hint of lime.
yeah, it's got a little zing to it. Ah, that's pretty good. We got a few other. She got a bunch of stuff in the store. She also,
I got
for her drink.
aloe vera juice.
I don't think I've ever tried that one. I think I've had watermelon juice, coconut juice. I've seen that one, but
And water.
and water. Okay. We also got Turkey Creek Snacks, chili lime chicharrones, which is
Chicharrones.
oh okay, something like that. And it's fried pork skins, pork rinds basically. So those will be fun. And so you want to try one of those? I know you're not crazy about pork rinds, but
Chicharrones. I heard of chicharrones.
then we have Mex Snacks Chicharritos Wheat Duro Snack. Look like wagon wheels. Why don't you try one of those? I'll try one of these. Ooh, why do I think they're gonna be spicy? They look red.
Not too bad.
Ooh, they're a little spicy, I think.
Bit of these 'cause they're weak.
I like pork rinds. And this is a memory of my dad. When I went fishing with him when I was younger, we'd sit in the boat and eat pork rinds. Drink pop or beer. Sometimes we'd catch fish, sometimes we wouldn't, but we'd always have fun together, make memories out in the boat, out in the summer.
On the boat.
Huh?
On the boat.
Out in the boat. Did I say out in the boat? I'm in the south. Sometimes when I'm in the south, I just start talking weird. Oh, and we also got honey roasted almonds. These are really good. But actually, well, for my drink, we all know that I need some energy to do a live stream. Black Rifle Espresso 300 triple shot. Woo! We're gonna be zinging. We're gonna be zing. We're gonna be bouncing off the wall. You're gonna have to tie me down, honey. And then a Celsius watermelon after that. But before I can even get to my snacks, we made dinner in here, and I used my little stove and made a couple of steaks. So I made steaks. Actually, it was one big. What did I say? What kind of steak it was? Top sirloin, I think, but it was huge, and we got it in a truck stop in South Dakota. Anyway, cut it in half, and we each had half. And I'm finishing mine, so yeah.
It was very good.
For a truck driver, for me, I'm not a great cook, but I like to cook. I'm getting better. Wow. And then in the microwave, I made Brussels sprouts with sweet potatoes and onions.
And it's very good. The aloe vera thing is so weird.
I'm still finishing lunch.
Aloe vera is so weird because it has chunks of aloe vera in it. So you're drinking it and all of a sudden you get a chunk.
Oh, wow.
It's like, what?
It looks like watermelon, too.
Yeah.
So that's what I try.
You don't want to chew your drink?
It's probably good, but we got any comments yet here? All right, for some reason, I'm not seeing the live, well, maybe there isn't any message. If somebody wants to say something, also, if you're enjoying this live stream, please give it a thumbs up. Actually, we got 3 people watching, and we already got 4 thumbs up, so that's good. Oh, it looks like you can donate to the channel. I didn't know that. I do this for fun, which is a hobby. You don't have to give me anything. Hey, Robert. Good afternoon, my friend. Thanks again for the topic idea. So I'm going to finish my lunch and talk and ramble. What else is new? Hey, Will. Good morning. Okay, so the first 2 people we have on here. What?
It's afternoon.
Yeah. I said afternoon, didn't I?
No, you said morning.
The first 2 people we have on here are both from New York. One's from Port Crane and one's from Fulton. Or Volney. Robert, I always forget. Are you from Volney or Fulton? Or are they together? I'm going to chew this piece of steak and then I won't eat anymore. Well, except for snacks. So what do you like the best of the snacks so far?
The corn chips.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I do like the pork rinds. Pork rinds, they're not that great, but it's a memory with my dad.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. Memories can make things better. I remember black licorice. My mom liked it. I loved black licorice. I was eating black licorice clove gum.
Oh no! Licorice.
And I got sick. I got the flu. I puked, and all I tasted was black licorice in the puke. I cannot stand black licorice now. I mean, the smell of it just, yeah. So memories can do some different, good and bad.
Good and bad, yep. So, I want to hear where everybody's from, just your first name and the city and state you're in or country or whatever, and what you're drinking or having for lunch or dinner or breakfast or snack or whatever. And yeah, and as we share our childhood memories, you guys can do questions. We don't have to wait till the end to do comments and questions. So just ramble and we'll stop and answer as we go. That's what's fun. I don't like it to just be me rambling. So please ask questions, comment, complaints, anything, and I'll take them all. And also let me know how the sound and video is. We are at a truck stop right off of I-40 in Oklahoma. And we're in my truck. I have the truck running. I could shut it off if it sounds kind of loud. Again, I'm going to download the live stream later and re-upload it with better sound. So let me know how the sound and that is. Will is from Port Crane, New York, having Pringles and soda. Oh, okay. I like my chips. So I started eating healthier almost 2 years ago now. A year and a half ago. Yeah, almost 2 years it'll be. Anyway, but so I eat a lot of veggies now, but I like my chips. We got chips up here too. We run out of fork and things down here.
Nacho cheese.
Oh yeah, we got a couple different chip things up there. By the way, there's a restaurant here. It has all you can eat catfish, and the reviews are really good. So I think they have other food. So I'm thinking maybe dinner over there, since I cooked lunch.
After steak, who needs dinner, right?
That's true.
It was so good.
We could just go over and have a salad even or something.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I love catfish. But she didn't have a good experience the last time. We had it in Arkansas and it wasn't real good. But...
It was slimy.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay, so we're going to talk childhood memories. So please talk, comment, ask questions, share your childhood memories of each of these topics as we go so we can talk back and forth and make this a lot of fun. We got 8 people on here. And only Will and Robert have said anything. So that means we have 7 indivisible, or they're not indivisible. Or not indivisible? Invisible. No, you're not invisible. It's just I can't see who you are. But welcome to the show. You might be friends, family. Thanks for being with us. If we can get a thumbs up, everybody who pops in. Oh, we just lost somebody. Dread it all. Okay. First thing, we're going to talk about just quick facts about our childhood. So I'm going to go first, and then Marilyn will do hers. So I started out as a child. Actually, I started out as a baby. I was born in St. Paul, September 17th, 1966. I'm going to be 60 this September, y'all. I'm excited. I know I don't look like it at all. I look like I'm like 30, but... I'm kidding. I look like I'm 80. Most of the time I act like I'm 15. But she's going to be 65. No, that's her thing. But she looks young and beautiful. Sorry. No. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Chris, welcome. And Chris is from Wisconsin, right? Yeah. Where are you by somewhere around Spooner or Hurdle, that area, right? I had cousins. Tough time connecting here. Oh, Robert can't connect. Maybe it's because you're way up in New York and there's a snowstorm up there. Does everybody else, the sound and video sound good? Hayward, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I remember going to Hayward, but we're talking early 80s last time I was there. But yeah, I have relatives and friends up that way. Okay, so yeah, I was born in St. Paul. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I was born in St. Paul, I grew up in Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis, a short time in Georgia. Yes, cold and snowy here in upstate New York, Robert says. A short stay in Georgia when my stepdad was in the military there. And then back to Minneapolis, and then I pretty much grew up in Anoka on the north side of the cities. And Yeah, so my parents were divorced when I was a year old. I grew up with my mom and my stepdad. Will says flurries on and off here. Okay, and I think Will is about 3 or 4 hours south of Robert in New York. And yeah, so I grew up with my mom and stepdad, just kind of an only child. I didn't see my brothers and sisters a whole lot. I wish I would have taken time to see them more, know them more. But my three sisters and two brothers grew up with my dad and stepmom, and then yeah, the kind of that. And then I had a couple of friends, but not a lot of friends, and I was painfully shy in school. Chris says, sounds good. If you were out of the picture, everything would be great. Thanks, Chris. Thanks. Thank you, my friend. Is this better? My videos and live streams always get more views when my wife is in it. And so, yeah, maybe I should just stay over here.
No.
And I get record views. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of friends, but I had a couple good friends. But I was painfully shy. I was teased and bullied and beat up and everything in school. So school that was hard. And yeah, I dropped out after 9th grade, and then I eventually got my GED about 10 years later, I think. And I've been going to college off and on for the last 30, 40 years. Still haven't got a degree. I got $60,000 in college loans, and I don't have a degree, and kind of too late to get a degree now. Anyway, but I always want to be a teacher or something like that, but God opened door. Well, so I've been working for, so yeah, I've been in college off and on, never finished a degree. Mostly for law enforcement and teaching, but never got a degree for anything. Anyway, and then, yeah, I've been working for about 45 years. I'll probably work another 10 years or 15, or I'll probably just work till I die. But it'd be nice if I could get off the road and do something else. But yeah, maybe do I even need the coffee? And so I've been working the last 45 years. In the last 24 years, I've been a truck driver. And yeah, I love Jesus and serving God and my family and woodworking and outdoor adventures and making YouTube videos and helping people smile and just trying to live life fully in whatever God gives me. And yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell.
Okay. I was born in 1961, July 31st, a day late. I'm always a day late and a dollar short. In Pueblo, Colorado. I lived there till I was 5, and then when I was 5, we went over to across the mountains to Olathe, Colorado, and that's where my grandparents were, and we were in a log cabin on a dairy farm.
They had logs back then? That was a lot.
Anyway, and so it's so funny because that time on the dairy farm, I remember so many memories there. I remember Christmas. I remember what my brother got. I remember getting attacked by a cat, and I still like cats. We had to go down the hill to feed the pigs, and my sister and uncle were able to go and feed the pigs, and I wanted to go too. And so my parents said I could go as long as they watched me. Well, they didn't want me tagging along, so they're up down the hill going to feed the pigs, and this cat jumps out of the bushes and attacks me, and it was a black cat, and I had to go to the hospital. I don't remember whether I got stitches. I didn't have to get the shots. They found him and exterminated him. But then he came back.
No.
Yes, they're like, it's the same cat with the same markings, the same. They had taken it to the vet, and the vet was supposed to exterminate it. And so then they got out their guns.
Well, he was probably a cat lover, and he let it go.
And so Yeah.
Unless it came back from the dead, that's scary.
That was kind of weird. They have 8, 9 lives, I don't know. But that was a memory. Just I remember riding the bus and being so scared because I didn't know anybody and I'd never ridden a bus. And it was just like scary for a 5-year-old.
Welcome to the show, AZ Highland Homestead from Arizona. Where in Arizona are you?
We just went through Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so then we moved back to Pueblo. It was in kindergarten in Olathe, and they were gonna flunk me. They said it wasn't because of academics, but it was because I was socially unsure. So they didn't think I was ready for first grade. Well, we moved back to Pueblo, and the neighbor boy was my best friend that I'd been raised with, and went and they were gonna, we were gonna get married until 3rd grade. It was weird. Now, never even talked to each other. But they talked to the teacher about holding me back, and they're like, why? Because it wasn't academically, I was socially shy because I didn't know anybody. Anyway, and so then went to a school that I could walk to because it was only a couple blocks away. Out in the country, there was 2 houses in front of it. And yeah, lots of neat memories. Walking home in the rain. Because we always took the long way. There was a short way cutting through this farmer's yard, and but then the long way you took the road, and if it was raining, we'd take the long road so we could walk in the rain, because I like walking in the rain. That's why it's so fun for us to go dance in the rain when it rains. Anyway, then in 7th grade, I had to ride a bus again and go to a school, and then graduated in 79. What was the rest? Oh, my sister. I was the second child out of 4, and when I was 15, I got this ache in my heart. Oh, I wanted a baby so bad, but I didn't want to go out and do things to get a baby. So I prayed and I asked God, I said, God, please, could you either take this ache away or do something about it? My mom came and said she was pregnant. I'm like, yes. And she's like, don't ever pray that way again. But my brother is such of a blessing. Oh my goodness. I was not quite 16 when he was born. I was like a couple days from 16. And he's just such of a blessing. And I remember my mom said it would have been nice if we would have helped with the household chores. Instead, we would even get up with him at night and feed him and cuddle him, and she's like, I didn't get to cuddle him much. But anyway, yeah, I graduated in 79. In my senior year, I took a CNA class, and then I started working in a nursing home. I made $1.75 in a nursing home.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was hard work too. That was back before lifts, and we had to lift, people double our weight. But anyway, and then I went to college. I thought it was to work with developmentally disabled, and it was psychiatric technician, and it was not. It was working with people with mental disabilities, and it totally blew me away. I'm good at taking tests, which is really sad. Marty knows more than I do probably, but I could sit and take a test that I don't even know things about, because somehow I know how to find the answers.
I'm horrible at tests.
And so I got a B average and graduated, got my certificate and stuff, license or whatever. I did not work in that field at all. It just blew me away. This little 18-year-old from the country, working at the state hospital with people who've had, schizophrenia and bipolar and all sorts of different things. And yeah, it just blew me away. It did. So, yeah. So that was my childhood.
Keep going.
I think there's a lot in there too, though, but we'll do memories later. I don't know. But I accepted Jesus when I was 5. When I was 5, it must have been 5, almost 6, because we were back in Pueblo, and I remember wanting to sit with my friend, and we were backseat Baptist because us kids were kind of wiggly. And my mom says, no, you can't sit with them. They sit up front and you're too wiggly. And I says, I'll be really good. She's like, only if you listen. So I went up there and I sat with my friend and I listened really good. And I remember the sermon and how he said, you can't be good enough to get to heaven, that Jesus paid the price. And that was just like a load lifted off my heart. I don't have to be good enough. And it just put a love for Jesus in my heart. And not perfect, but it was more than just a get out of hell free ticket. It was, Jesus did this for me. So what can I do to get to know him?
To have a relationship with him. It's not about religion, it's about a relationship. I had to put a do-rag on, so I took it off my little dog on the dash, put one on my Route 66 one. We were on Route 66 from California all the way to Oklahoma City. Now we're still on I-40, but it's not Route 66 anymore, but who's counting? I mean, Here. Oh, yeah. You don't want that one? That was kind of cool. This is a camo, but look it's trucks. Is that cool or what? I don't even know. I got it in Truckstop somewhere, but it's like camo that's trucks. Oh, you're gonna wear a do-rag too. Oh, okay. Ooh, I don't think you've ever wore a do-rag, have you?
No.
Okay, I'll go on to the next thing as you're getting that stitchy, because you probably have to retie it, because I redid it for.
I don't think my head's
Where did
that
Elf
big.
go? She's so buddy on the.
He's sitting on the chair.
Yeah, you just threw him down like a lump of coal. Hey, hello, I'm Buddy. Hi. I know it's kind of weird. He's not a ventriloquist at all, because his mouth is moving and mine's not moving. But I'm going to go sit over there so they can finish the show, okay? See you later. Anyway.
That's what happens when you're in the truck.
I'm in the truck too too long. I have a dog. His name is Cabby because I got him from Cabela's. Hi, I'm Cabby from Cabela's. See? I like Cabela's. Yeah, that's him. I took his do-rag. I got Barry over in the corner over there, but he's quiet. He's sleeping because he's not woken up for Puppet Master Marty. Hey, Martin, welcome to the show. Martin, what's the temperature where you're at? And I believe you're in northern Ohio, I believe. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. Yeah, so, okay, best memories. Okay, and we haven't rehearsed any of this, by the way, either. We haven't even thought about it, so I just made a list of things to talk about, and yeah, we're just going to wing it. So, best memories for me in my childhood. I don't know. So, we're probably like middle class, I'm guessing. Yes, sir. 46 degrees in Northwest Ohio. Welcome to the show, Martin. We got two Martins here. I'm Martin too, but you can call me Marty. I mean, so yeah. Oh yeah, so we're kind of middle class, but my mom and stepdad, they worked a lot, and yeah, so I was home alone quite a bit. But I had my own bedroom, and I had a TV in there and stereo. I had lots of toys and lots of different things, and I would have rather had more time with my parents and with brothers, sisters, but But yeah, again, it was a different childhood and didn't have a whole lot of friends and stuff in school and stuff. But there were some good things. I think probably some of my best memories are camping with my dad. I went camping and fishing, ice fishing and stuff with my dad. That's probably some of the best memories. Some different memories with friends and family here and there. But yeah, some of my best memories probably doing outdoor activities like that. And I like bike riding and I'm right now, I like bushcraft and camping and hiking and all the outdoor things, canoeing, all that. I don't get to do it very often, but I love that. Campfires and cooking outside and stuff. But yeah, I kind of started back there with camping with my dad. My dad had a pickup camper, and he had an old runabout fishing boat, and he built a fish house. And so yeah, memories with him. That was probably some of my best memories as a kid. I turned the truck off now. Does it sound better? I might have to turn it back on if I get too hot.
Yeah.
But I think it's better sound without the truck running.
So I'm trying to figure out how to not do the spaghetti memories with the hobbies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So memories. I did not like our town. We were in southeast Minnesota,
Colorado.
southeast Colorado, and our side of the river, you couldn't grow anything. I mean, it was sagebrush and cactus, and it just wasn't. So when we would go visit my grandparents in on the other side in Olathe and Delta, it was green. And I remember going over there for Easter and then getting to walk to church. Even if it was like a mile, we'd get to walk. We'd have to ask permission, and be old enough and then walk. And then you'd see all the pretty flowers in the yards and you'd hear the birds singing. And I just love spring because of that. That's probably why spring's one of my favorites. Another memory is walking in the rain. And then another one is it didn't snow too often, but when we had a snow day of going sledding and stuff, but having my mom have cookies when we come home from school, and then if we were on a snow day, having hot chocolate, homemade hot chocolate from the cocoa that's not unsweetened cocoa, and then you put sugar in it, and then you put milk, and yeah,
they had sugar when you were
before the prepackaged stuff. They didn't have the prepackaged stuff. They didn't.
Oh yeah, you're back in the olden days.
I was.
She's 5 years older than me, by the way. I'm just kidding. That's the spice that makes our marriage fun.
That's all good. I'm proud to every year I get. I made it another year. Anyway, and so yeah, and then she'd have the oven open and we'd dry our socks, our feet, warm our feet in the oven.
In the oven?
On the
she didn't put you in the oven, did she?
No.
What was that? What's that nursery rhyme when they put the kids in the oven and baked them or something?
Anyway,
I don't know.
so it was, now you have the door down and the oven's on like 170 or something like that, and then you put your feet on there. Yeah. Anyway, that was a memory.
We had different childhood. That's
how we got warm.
I like to ride bikes. She hung out in the oven.
We rode bikes too. We rode bikes.
Bikes back then?
Oh man.
Oh, the big wheel in the front and a little wheel in the back.
Here's another memory: is we went and picked weeds. Were really really tall. Like the ragweeds are 6 feet tall if you don't keep them down. So we would get paid a penny a weed. We'd go do a couple hundred weeds and get a dollar or two. And then we would bike a couple miles to the gas station to get a candy bar.
When we were kids, things were so much more simple and there's so much busyness and all the different things of the world. There's something back in the 60s and 50s, 40s, 30s back then. Yeah, it was a lot hard things too. There's hard things in every decade and things, but things were a lot simpler back then, and all those things were neat too. Like good for best memories.
Yeah, I guess.
So worst memories, for me, I guess just not being able, because I was so shy. I was picked on and bullied and beat up a lot because people thought I was weird. But I was just shy and quiet. I probably would have made a good friend if people would have gave me a chance. But I was so shy that made things hard. And I didn't have a girlfriend either until I was 18, 19, 20 along in there. And yeah, and not seeing my brothers and sisters very often. I didn't feel I really got to know them. When I was 11, I broke my hip on a dirt bike, and yeah, I had a full body cast, my right leg from my toe all the way up to my chest, a full body cast, and that was hard. But of course, I got a couple months off school, so that was kind of nice. But and then I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think it was 15 or 16. My stepdad died. I don't know. I think the probably the all around hardest thing is just not having many friends, and but yeah, I have some good memories too, but not a lot of horrible. I still had a good childhood compared to a lot of kids. A lot of kids have a lot worse childhood memories, and so I don't have a lot of bad ones really. I mean, but
For me, I think that I can't think of any bad memories per se, except for just for people thinking that my parents didn't. They didn't fight, but they didn't. You just felt they didn't like each other, and I remember a fear of that they were going to get divorced, and that would be the most horrible thing in my life. And that's why it was really hard when I ended up getting a divorce. I'm like, wait, anyway. But other than that, 6th grade was tough. Can you turn it on? It's hot.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start the truck again because it's getting kind of warm in here.
But 6th grade was tough, but it was good because it taught me so much. And it solidified my my belief in God. I was in a class. There was one class per grade, except for our grade was bigger, and they had to split us into 2. Well, come 6th grade, everybody from kindergarten on looked forward to 6th grade because 6th grade had the best teacher, Mrs. Stafford. She was the best, and so then our grade got up there and we had to be split. And half of us got a new teacher. But this teacher, it was his first year of teaching. And he was weird. Some people just are different. He'd always go like this, and then hike up his belt and he walked like a duck, and he just was weird. So nobody liked him. And so the class decided one day while he was out that they were going to get together and how can we get rid of this teacher? So they decided that everyone would not do the work. Nobody would do the work. Well, I have a dilemma. I'm taught you're supposed to respect those in authority. Not doing the work is not respecting those in authority and not respecting God. And so what am I going to do? And it's kind of like, is my belief in God mine or is it my parents'? Is it real and true that God says, if you do what you're supposed to, I'll be with you? And so I did the work, and I got persecuted. Kids would come back to the water fountain, the old-fashioned water fountain, and slug me as they came back. I got in 2 fights that year, but I tried not to fight back. So then my parents talked to the principal. Well, the principal came in and talked to the kids, and it made it even worse. So then my parents were even thinking of moving, and I said, no, don't do that, you know. And so they moved me to the other class with Mrs. Stafford. Well, that class got on it to it too, and so they were mean to me. Even my friends, I had 2 close friends, and one of them was trying to show that she wasn't my friend. So we were reading, and she started picking the neck hairs out of the back of my neck.
No names.
And I'm like, I didn't. And and I'm going, please stop, you know, please stop. And so I stood up because I had just had it, and she stood up and I hit her with a book. Not a good thing, you know. And the teacher just looked at me and said, looked at her and said, please, yeah, I think you deserve that. And then the class said, oh, now you're the teacher's pet because you don't even get in trouble for hitting people, you know. It was bad. It was. So then got to the end of the school year, and the next year I'm going to junior high, and there's 3 other schools, 3 or 4, that are going to go there too. So it's going to be even more people to hate me, and I was just, it was hard getting on that bus. And God worked it out so much that my friends who were friends were back my friends again. But the other people, they almost had like a respect for me, even though we didn't hang out. There was just a difference, and it helped me. It helped me so much, even though it was hard. It helped me to know that God is always there, and He's the only one I can count on. And He is true to His word. And yeah, so it was a hard time, but I look back and it was the best blessing. Some of my hardest times are the biggest blessings.
Yeah. Okay. Couple of comments here. I want to keep up on these. Got a couple of comments here. Will says that his favorite memories were working with his dad, working on cars and other things. That's so cool. So, welcome, Kurt. Kurt Newman is here. Welcome. He says he hopes diesel gets lower for truckers and farmers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can see it is. Some places it is really high. California is the worst. Everything is.
It was like $7-8 in California.
It's so high in California always, no matter what. But yeah. Martin says, I'm just glad I made it through my childhood. LOL. I grew up in the 90s and had way too much freedom. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna go on to hobbies, and so did you have any? Not again, no names or anything, but did you have any like? So did you have boyfriends or did you have crushes in school?
Yeah.
No names, but
4th grade.
4th grade.
4th grade was my first heartthrob. And
Actually, mine.
He used to
No names.
write poems for me
Aw.
and draw me pictures, and we had to be separated because he wasn't being good in class because he was too busy writing poems, and then he moved away, and it broke my heart.
I don't even write you poems or draw pictures.
Oh, you do so much more than that. You are always giving me things and making me things, and you are. And then yeah.
But
I don't like.
Why
that
you?
was going to be on the.
Why are you getting red?
If I could do it over, this would be what would change. This would be what was changed.
Well, you don't got to get into details.
I started dating when I was 12.
Oh, that's not good. That's a little young.
No, that's very young. I look at kids who are
If you were a
12 and I
girl.
went, I just, yeah, I don't know. I went with my sister to a basketball game. No, football game. And she went to the dance after. It must have been something like homecoming or something. And we walked around, her and her friends walked around afterwards. And Yeah, this one guy kissed me, and then it was like, I was so dumb. I was like, well, I guess I got to like him because he kissed me. I didn't even know the dude, you know? And so we talked on the phone, and he came over, and yeah, so I would change that. That is the one thing I would change.
Yeah, so there was a couple of girls I liked, but I was so painfully shy, I couldn't even say hi, much less talk to them or ask them out on a date. There was one, I liked her from 4th grade all the way to 9th, and she never knew. A huge crush. That was a huge, I was in love with her. The funny thing is, we rode the bus together, we were friends, and she never knew. And actually, I dropped out after 9th grade, and I think I still liked her for a couple of years, never seen her again, but anyway. But yeah, just one big one. But all right, hobbies and interests, and this is my friend Robert suggested the topic, and I kind of just expanded on the topic. But yeah, our hobbies and interests, things we like to do when we were kids. I'll go first. So yeah, I rode my bike, and probably, yeah, more than I do now. I love bike riding, but I don't do it hardly ever. Maybe once or twice a year I get my bike out, and I got 2 nice bikes. I had it for a while. I had it on the back of my truck, and so I would have it on the road. I got to put one on the truck again. But I would ride bikes. I like going camping and fishing and ice fishing with my dad. I was really into electronics. I was not just electronics, like audiovisual stuff. I was a nerd. Because I was at home alone a lot, by myself a lot, and I had a TV in my room. I had a stereo. I had a record player. I had 8-track stereo. I had 8 tracks. I had a cassette stereo, a dual cassette stereo where I could copy tapes and stuff. And so I had records and 8 tracks and cassettes, and I had different radios. I had 2 different police scanners. I had not ham radios, but like shortwave radios, all kinds of different radios, and I hooked up external speakers and stuff. And yeah, I made radio programs. I recorded things. I had a reel-to-reel, because I had a large reel-to-reel reel-to-reel stereo, and then I had a pocket one. It was a small one that was reel-to-reels. I had a whole bunch of that stuff, radios and things, and I liked music from a young age, and yeah, I was kind of a nerd. So yeah, electronics and audiovisual stuff, and yeah, just I don't know. I spent a lot of time outside, just playing outside, and that was kind of my hobbies. I wasn't into woodworking or anything back then yet. That was kind of my hobbies as a kid, kind of, I think, pretty much.
Yeah, it's funny because you had all that stuff, and in 7th grade I got a record player, and in 8th grade I got a round radio that I could actually walk outside with. That was so cool. And for my high school graduation, I got a boom box. That's what my high school graduation. So, yeah. Anyway, my hobbies. Well, we were out in the country, so there wasn't a whole lot to do. Bike riding.
You played with tarantulas, didn't you?
That's made bigger than it was a couple of times, but not like on a regular basis. We rode bikes, and my favorite bike was, I got a gold banana seat bike. It's so cool. And then we had an empty lot by our house, and we would always go out there and play kickball or baseball. And just the neighborhood kids, we'd just do it. And then, because there was just a house next to us, and then the empty lots, and then another house here, another house there, and that was basically it. And then behind there was a farm, and so we got to riding horses. So we had a Shetland horse. Her name was Queenie, and she would take us under a tree when she was done, knock us off.
Oh, did it knock you out with a branch?
She would. She knew exactly where to go. But then I got one. His name was Tony, and he was cool. He was like my buddy. And one time we'd go down in this gully and go up the other side. Well, he'd turn, and I fell off. He came back to get me. I was like, yes, it's so neat.
I hear they're really loyal. I've never had a horse.
Yeah,
But...
he was. Queenie wasn't so much, but and then it got to where we had to make a choice because we couldn't afford 2 horses. So those people wanted us to give them back if we weren't going to have them.
Oh.
So we gave them back. So that was kind of fun. But then the neighbors had bigger horses, and he would let us ride his horses. And it was Cherokee was the one name. We'd go riding Cherokee around the field or whatever.
Wow.
So that was cool. One time, speaking of favorite memories, this is one of my favorite memories. I had been gone at my grandparents for the summer and came home, and there was this horse wandering around, and they didn't know whose it was. I was able to catch it and put it in our thing, and it was so nice, and it actually helped me up on its back, like I'd be loving on it, and it would nuzzle me, and so I'd go, and it'd like help me up.
Wow.
And I'm going,
amazing.
oh, it wants me. This is God's gift to me. Well, no, it was his owner was in the hospital, and he was one that went around stealing horse pasture,
Oh.
and so we had to give it back. But anyway, so we did horses. And what was it? Oh, the other thing. Okay, so then what we would do is, because we didn't have a lot of grass and it was dirt, so we'd take a stick and we would make out a pattern for a house, and we could build the rooms as big as we wanted, and we'd do the kitchen and the living room and the bedroom
Using your imagination.
using our imaginations. We draw it in the sand.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like what Robert's doing with the diorama thing,
yeah.
except for it wasn't 3D. We can make our houses as big as we wanted, and we made them in the dirt. And then another thing I remember is we had our little Matchbox cars, and because it was dirt, if you got the hose and you did it really a lot, it would make a hole, like a tunnel, and if you put the 2 tunnels together, it would make it where there was a bridge, and we could do a bridge, and we could do the tunnel.
We should do that. I grew up on a dirt road. I remember when it was wet out there, I'd go out and play in the mud with cars.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of, I went off on.
No, that's good. That's neat. Okay, funny things as a kid. I don't know if I have any really. I guess the only funny thing. So my early wanting to do so now you all know I like backpacks and kits and DIY stuff and all that backpacking, outdoor hiking, bushcraft stuff. I made a backpack. I must have been 11 years old, 10, 11 years old, and actually sewed it. So I wanted a backpack and I didn't have one. So to go just like backpacking, go for a hike or on my bike. So I took a pair of pants and I cut the legs off, and then I learned to sew. I was like 10, 11 years old. I was sewing yesterday. We each have a waist pack, and I sewed new clips on those. But I was sewing when I was younger, just learning how to sew, it was kind of funny. But I cut the legs off, I sewed them, then I sewed straps on it. So basically it was a butt pack. So it was like the butt of pants. And I did something, I don't know how I did the top to close, but I made it to close. But I had straps on it, and I wore them on my back, and I called it my butt pack. I guess that's funny, but I mean, I had my little radio in there, and eventually I had a Walkman, like a CD player and headphones. I I was in Cub Scouts when I was younger, so I had a canteen in there, water and snacks. I mean, gosh, I was young, 10, 11 years old, and I forget about that I was kind of into the little bit of a survival kind of thing back then even, so that was kind of funny. I had a butt pack. I don't know if there's any other really funny things that I did as a kid.
Might have
I probably
a funny thing that happened or something.
yeah, I don't know, and probably friends or family probably remember more than I do. But yeah, I don't know.
I'll give mine and then you can think.
Yeah,
of
I can't think of
maybe.
anything else funny,
So,
but you.
Again, 5 years old. We're at my house that was the log cabin or whatever, and we're eating supper, and it's Christmas time, and we're eating, and all of a sudden somebody pops up next to the window in a Santa Claus suit, scared the bejeebies out of my dad, and he ended up snorting macaroni and cheese out of his nose. Why I remember that, I don't know. I didn't know that food could come out your nose, but it did.
Yeah, there's a connection in there that it's not supposed to go that direction, but
yeah, that was a funny one. A silly one. When I was 5th grade, something like that, the neighbor's cousin came from Florida, and he talked that southern talk, and he just had us girls all in his hands. And my sister's 3 years older than me. The neighbor girl was 2 years older than me. And then there's me. And he had each one of us played around his finger. He took one of us, I think he took my sister bike riding more, and had a special pet name for her. We went horseback riding, and he called me Sugar Plum. I was Sugar Plum. and so when he left for back home, you know, we're all going, yeah, I'm really gonna miss him. He called me, what are you talking about? He called me. You know, we had something special. He had something special with all of us, man. He was a player.
How old was that?
I think I was like in 5th grade, so my sister was like in
11,
8th,
12, or
8th
13.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. Anyway, that's weird.
Things you learned, or things we learned as a kid. I don't know if I learned anything as a kid. I had a hard time growing up. I mean, my childhood years, my teenage years, my young adult years. Yeah, I'm still trying to grow up. I don't know if I learned. Gosh, I don't know why I put that one, because I can't think of anything I really learned as a kid.
Did you learn how you learn? Because I learned that I'm an audiovisual learner.
I think I learned that later, but you know.
We had 4th grade was fractions, and my dad tried to teach me, and I wasn't getting it, and he'd pound his fist on the table. I'm telling you, and you're not listening. And I'm going, it's just not happening, just not happening. Later, I'm making cookies or something with my mom, and all of a sudden, okay, so you have a half a cup, but that's got liquid in it, so you have to do 2/4. Oh, that's how it is. And then pizza, you have one pizza, you cut it into the pieces, and that's the fraction it is.
1/8, 1/4, 1/2.
Whoa, hey, then it got fun. Then fractions were my favorite. So that's something I learned that I
learned later on that I'm a visual learner. That's funny you mentioned that, because I hate math. Oh, I know it's important, but I'm not good at math. I have like a 3rd or 4th grade math level. But it's funny because when our kids started doing math, even 4th, 5th, 6th grade, I couldn't even help them. But then one time, it was Danny or Hayden or Nikki, one of them, it was like word problems in math. Like, this train's going this direction, this mile an hour, and this one's going, and that made sense because they put it was, I don't know if there's a name for that, I'm not getting it, but what is that called when it's math but it's in word form or story form? It made sense to me, and I could actually help the kids that way. But yeah, I don't know if I learned anything else. I mean, I learned the value of friends and family and stuff, kind of later actually. But yeah, I don't know if I really learned much as a kid. I mean, at a young age, I liked music, and I wanted to grow up and help others and help kids and help, I don't know. But there's things that, well, that's on the next one if we could do things different. But I wish I would have done things I was learning or thought about, or maybe even God was leading me in a young age. I wish I would have done it. But yeah, I don't know. Okay,
and
things.
Another thing I learned though was that God is true, and that His Word is true, and that everything. I mean, that we can count on Him, and even from a young age, like when I was a teenager, when I started doing the mission work with the American Missionary Fellowship, doing Bible schools and stuff, and just watching God work so much, and that's a blessing, and it makes me cry, because it's a blessing I don't deserve. I did not work for it, and He gave it to me. That blessing, to be able to know His faithfulness, to be able to and I have so many amazing memories. I mean, we don't have time for all that, of the Bible school and stuff, and yeah.
Things, if I could do things over, if I could do it over. So for me, if I could go back, I would try harder in school to do better, to learn better. I would try to open up and make friends and be a friend to people. I would also try to be a better son to my parents. I would play an instrument early on. I would just try to be a friend, try to be a better son, learn an instrument, do better. I mean, we can go on all the way through life, but I would graduate from school instead of dropping out. I would have tried harder and made it in the military, and then went to college and been a school teacher or a youth pastor if I could go back. But yeah, I don't know. God's in control of all things, and He uses us in spite of ourselves, and even where we did go, the paths we did take. And but I would try to do better and listen to others more and value family and friends more if I could go back. But
I think I would have. I think I would have learned a musical instrument. I wouldn't have quit piano.
Oh, you were taking lessons?
I took lessons one little bit, and I took lessons at the same time as my sister and my mom. Well, here I am, a little 7-year-old or whatever, can't do the same thing as a 11, 12-year-old and an adult. And so then we were gonna do the, what do you call it, recital. And I said, no way, I am not getting up in front of people showing them what I can't do. And if I didn't do the recital, then I couldn't continue on. So I didn't continue on. So that, and then I would not date at 12.
Yeah. Okay, we got some people sharing memories here. Will, making ramps and jumping them with our bikes, went through a lot of bikes. I remember doing that and getting hurt. Yeah, we would do that too, make jumps and oh my goodness, yes. Add on to the forks and make choppers, Will says. Okay. Robert says, one of my funniest moments was when I decided to squirt my mom from down cellar with a squirt gun. I called her and she came to the top of the stairs. I got her right in the face. I figured I had won, and she told me I was in trouble. I started upstairs to apologize and get back on her good side, only to get an entire dishpan full of water thrown on me from her. My mom was a hoot. I miss her so much. Oh, that was from Robert.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, okay. Things our parents said, and maybe things that we said to our kids. So, I don't know. I mean, some of the silly things, you're going on a trip or something. Well, we never went on trips, but I mean, we're in the car or whatever, we're in the back seat, and just think, if I have to come back there, it's like, right, if you came back here, we'd go off the road. Or I don't know, those silly sayings, you're cutting the grass. No, my turn. Wait your turn. You're cutting the grass without shoes on. You cut your legs off in the lawnmower. Don't come running to me. Those kind of all those funny things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember a lot that my stepdad said. My mom had some funny sayings though. Like, oh, good gravy. That was one she said. Oh, you're full of beans. Oh, my stars. She just had some funny sayings, and oh, for goodness sakes, all those different things. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't think I did those with my kids. I had some other weird ones probably that I said. They could probably tell you that. Yeah, I don't know. What else? I can't think of. My dad. He had a couple. Well, one thing I appreciate and I always remember, I don't remember what it was. I think we were painting. Seems like we were painting a stairway at his house, and he stood up and he hit his head. He hit it pretty hard on the stairway, and he started laughing, and I'm like, doesn't that hurt? Why are you laughing? And he's like, it's better to laugh than cry. And then I started laughing. We're both laughing, and he's rubbing his head because it hurt. But that was a good thing. A funny thing he said.
That's a good thing you learned.
But yeah, it's like whatever it is. Maybe it's just bumping your head or a really hard, bad situation. Sometimes just laugh it off. It's better to laugh than cry. Somebody said something here quick, and then you can share yours. Robert says, when anything happened, spill something, dirty clothes, break a dish, etc., Mom would say, that's why we can't have nice things. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think mine was, you're crying for supposedly no good reason. Stop crying. Well, I'm not crying. It's like, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry for.
Yeah. Give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
This is something to cry. That's why I'm crying. But
yeah. I thought another thing though, real quick. One time, I was down by the horses and stuff, and I stepped on a bee.
Oh.
And my dad went and put my foot in a mud puddle. And I was so upset because he put it in a mud puddle. So I go in the house, my foot is full of mud. And my mom's like, why is your foot full of mud? I said, Dad put it. Your dad would not put your foot. He did. He put it. She didn't believe me that he put my foot in the mud. Then she found out it was a bee bite. And okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we all have ups and downs of our childhood, and just good and bad, and make the best of different things, and and some of us are more mature than others, and when we're a kid, and we can shine Jesus for others and be there. And I wasn't real mature, but Any other thoughts or things about childhood? If anybody has any other memories or questions or thoughts about just childhood memories, we're a little over an hour here. We'll probably start to wind down. We'll probably stop about an hour and a half. We got a couple of things to show here, so, but yeah. Anything else you wanted to?
Well, one thing I think of, I wish that there was somebody at your school that was like what Jesus put on my heart. And because I wasn't not popular, I wasn't popular, I was just there. But we had this thing that we started, and it was at lunch. We would invite anybody that was sitting by themselves to come over and eat with us, and we called it the misfit table. We're not the jocks, we're not the, the drug heads, we're not the, and it was kind of fun. So
that's so wonderful.
I wish that you had something like that.
It's like you probably save lives by doing that. Yeah, I was so painfully shy that if I went in the lunchroom and I got my lunch, or I remember times where I didn't see anybody to sit with, and I didn't want to sit by myself, so it was too awkward. I'd go put my tray away and leave.
And
I never ate.
Feeling.
Oh, I failed oral book reports because I couldn't get up and talk in front of it. I was so shy. But again, I wish if I could go back, I would do better. But yeah. Somebody, I think Robert had another memory here, real quick. Let's see. Will says, my wife tells me that a lot.
What's that?
That's why we can't have nice things. Will said his wife says that. Robert says, here's the best one from my granddaughter Ellie. She was a little mouthy to me and my son Brandon, her father, and she said, stop being so bossy, Papa, or stop being so bossy to Papa. Ellie says, I'm not bossy. I'm just telling him what to do. Yeah.
Grandkids are funny.
So we're going to share just a little show and tell here. Two of our hobbies. I think this is one of our favorites of each of us. One of them anyway. We both have a few hobbies. Too many hobbies. I'll let Marilyn go first. She's going to tell what it is, why you do it, how you got started, and then she's going to show some things.
Okay. Well, this is rock collecting, and I guess I liked it when I was a kid. I didn't realize what they were for. I just liked pretty rocks. But I don't know how many years ago, 5 years ago or something like that, my son was into rock collecting, so I thought that's something we could do together. And then I looked, and in Revelation 21, it talks about what heaven's going to be like. And it says that the walls are going to be jasper and jacinth and chalcedony and, all these things. And that we have a little glimpse. And agates are chalcedony. And can you imagine? I mean, agates have like lines and designs and all sorts of different things. Heaven is not going to be boring.
No, it's going to be so amazing and beautiful.
So when I find something that's really cool, I'm like going, this is a glimpse of heaven. Anyway.
We're going to be fully alive there. It's not going to be this mystic spiritual. We are going to be fully alive in heaven forever, for eternity, and be amazing and wonderful. If we're saved, But, so she's going to show some of her rocks that she's found on this trip. Just on this trip.
I was going to have special ones. Anyway. This one's kind of funny. It's not a gem. Here, you put it up.
I don't know if I want to touch. I don't know if I want to touch this one.
This one is so funny because it reminds me of Marty and his poop.
It looks like poop. That looks like poop to me. That's a rock.
That's for Marty.
That's pretty amazing, though. You wonder what kind of rock it is.
I think it's a petrified poop. I don't know. Here's a petrified wood.
This is petrified wood. Turn it around, Marty. It's backwards. So again, everything is backwards right now. I'll fix it when I edit the video. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Here's another.
The
petrified
color.
wood.
So she cleaned these, washed them, and and then she put like mineral oil or olive oil on them, and
I was gonna have these ones. Oh, this one I think is water level. Because
speak up.
Instead of a instead of petrified wood, I think that's a water level. Turn it the other way, where the head.
I'm showing all the different sides.
Right there, it's water level bands from an agate. Because sometimes they have stripes and sometimes they have bands. Where's the one that was?
And if you're a rock collector, I don't even have to say anymore. If you're a rock collector's husband or wife, we have millions of rocks at home. But I have my hobby stuff too, and backpacks and DIY. But she finds amazing rocks, and sometimes she finds the most beautiful rocks in our driveway or on the road. And every time they grade our road, there's a whole world of new rocks, beautiful rocks.
And so, what's cool about these is, like, you can see through it, actually, really.
Yeah, it's hard to show right now, but ew, there's hair on that one. I gotta think
This
about
one
hair.
I think you can see better.
I gotta think about hair. But look at it. I don't think.
This one will be
Here,
the
let
one
me
you can
let
see.
me see. Hold on, one at a time. I got this in my hand.
You can see through
I
this
know.
one.
I'll do that next. So I don't know if this is working this way or, but you can kind of see through it.
This one for sure.
No, that one.
So you don't even hardly have to see anything.
But yeah,
If you do it on the bottom, it shows.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So some of those rocks are see. What would you call the ones that you can see through?
I think they're luminescent. I don't know. So,
Got a comment here. Hold on. Ellie loves collecting rocks. Robert says 60 or Kurt says 65 next week. Born 61. My mom used to say, "Keep it up and won't see 1970."
funny.
Translucent, Robert says. Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
on another note, has nothing to do with anything, but there's a lot of anniversaries this year, y'all. We have a bunch. So I'm going to be 60 in September. I'm going to be 30 in July. 30 years since I accepted Christ, gave my life to Christ. She's going to be 65 in July. It's the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Our country is 250 years old this year. Our church is 160 years old. Our 20th anniversary is in May, and hopefully we're going to go to the North Shore for a week. We'll see. I have vacation. We just don't have money for it, but we'll see maybe. And a lot of anniversaries this year of just in the world, but also just in our lives. Anything else? Is there any other?
65 years. No, 60 years for me. Accepting Christ.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Marilyn was 5, so it'll be 60 years since she accepted Christ, and 30 for me. That's funny. Exactly double. Do you want to show any more, or are you done? Okay. Any other thoughts on rock collecting, or?
I'm learning and I don't know much, but it's fun.
Yeah, and so it's fun. She's been on with me on this trip from Minnesota, California to Tennessee, and hopefully we'll reload back to Minnesota. And she's, trying to get rocks in every state. So she's got a lot of really cool ones. Some of the best were on the border of New Mexico and Texas, I think, right?
That's what these ones are.
Okay.
New Mexico, all of them. There's one on it, and I don't know what, but I thought was the crazy lace, but I don't see it. So,
Any other? So one of my favorite, and I just did a video before the live stream, if you haven't seen it yet, but I've been woodworking for 35, 40 years, and I started carving spoons a couple of years ago, or 6 years ago, I think, and I stumbled onto Bushcraft Barton's, Mike Barton, his channel. It got hacked and he doesn't have it anymore, but great guy. I feel like he's a brother. I just pray he's doing well. Anyway, I learned a lot from him. I stumbled on his channel, and he was carving a spoon, and that got me into carving spoons and doing all kinds of other carving and backpacks and bushcraft and hiking. Anyway, but yeah, I just started carving spoons, and I'm not real good at it. Again, when I share stuff, it's just my 2 cents. There's a lot of people out there better at this stuff than me, but I enjoy carving because I could just have a pocket knife or a whittler, and you can take a stick and you can carve a spoon, or you can whittle things anywhere. If you can't do woodworking, if I can't do woodworking at home in my shop, scroll sign, other things, I can carve and whittle anywhere. So I like carving spoons, and every single one is unique and different. They're not perfect, but it's fun to do different things. So I carved 4 new things today. And again, I've mentioned this before, I pre-cut all my spoons and different things on my scroll saw, and then I do all the carving and sanding and finishing by hand. So this morning I made this, and this is called a spurtle. It's kind of like a spatula, but it's a little different. You can use it to scoop out things. This is made out of mahogany. Made that, and then I made a fork. I've never been able to carve a fork, but I made one. But I had to use my scroll saw to carve the basic shape, and then I carved the rest and sanded it and finished it. Turned out kind of neat. Now I finally have a fork carved. And then I did a couple of spoons. My friend Chris gave me some pecan and pistachio from California. Thanks again, Chris, if you're watching, or if you watch the replay. So this is a little coffee stirrer. I love making these just to stir coffee, instant coffee, tea, hot chocolate, whatever. Turned out really pretty. I think it's neat. There's a different color spot right on the end of it. This is pecan. I thought it turned out pretty cool. And this one really turned out cool. This is pistachio, my favorite nut, but this is pistachio wood. Look at the color and grain. Again, it's not perfect. I don't make my spoons perfect, because I'm not perfect. And actually, I might do some more sanding on these, but I finished them all and put mineral oil on them. Look at the color and the grain. Just kind of fun. It's fun carving spoons and whittling, because you can do it anywhere with just a knife. Yeah, I enjoy doing that. I've done hundreds of spoons and different carvings, and I'm still an amateur learning, but it's fun. I enjoy doing them. And when I first started doing it, I made hiker spoons. I don't have any right now, but they're really short spoons, and I would give them to hikers on trails and stuff. It's just kind of fun. But yeah, I would give it a try.
It's nice that you can do that. Well, like I was on my meeting today.
Yep.
And you were able to just do your work.
Yeah. I finished. I did some carving, and then I got arthritis, carpal tunnel. Who knows what I have in my hands? I might get them checked when I get home, because my hands and feet always hurt. But not that I'm going to do anything, but just to see what. But my hands were aching after sanding, but I still did it, and it was fun, and I enjoy it, so I keep doing it. And another thing I got here, I was eating my steak with it. This is an eating pick. I know it's crooked, it's not perfect, but it works great for just stabbing a piece of potato or steak. I love carving these. It's fun carving, because you can just take a little, whether it's pieces of leftover dimensional lumber from your shop, scroll sign or other woodworking, or just a branch. I see branches laying down out here I could grab and carve something from. Yeah, it's just fun carving and whittling. So yeah. So we're gonna get ready to wind down, maybe in about 5-10 minutes here. So if anybody has any other questions, thoughts, anything they want to share, shoot them at us now. It could be questions about anything. Woodworking, backpacking, outdoor stuff, rock collecting, carving, coffee, cooking, anything we do or you do, or life, or any questions or thoughts, comments, complaints, shoot them at us now. I'm going to read the final quote. Will says, I got some spoons cut out, ready to carve. Yeah, I seen your last couple of videos there, Will. Yeah, you're doing great work, and good videos too. I encourage you all to check out each other's channels too. Everybody on here's got channel. My wonderful wife's channel is Sunshine Legacy. You can check out her channel. And everybody else on here, you can see their channels. Robert and Will and Chris and everybody on here, and Martin, you don't have a channel yet, right? Do you? Or do you? I don't think I've seen it yet pop up, but let us know if you have a channel. Anybody else on here have a YouTube channel, we can watch your videos, so check each other out. I'm going to share the final quote, and I know I've done this many times in my live streams, but it's one of my favorite quotes, and it kind of has to do with what we talked about today and also kind of the scripture. And I still don't know who, you do not? Okay, you should start one. I encourage everybody to do a YouTube channel. It's an outlet. It's a way to show creativity. It's a way to share our lives. Again, I've been doing this for 14 years. I don't make money on it. I actually put a lot of work into making videos, and I work 80 hours a week. It's just for fun, though. If I can help one person smile or just share my life, you never know. It might be something you really enjoy for anybody. I just think it's kind of fun. But so here's the quote. I have 3 people who might have said it. Maybe you know for sure, but yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I just love that saying. And Eleanor Roosevelt supposedly said it first, but then Bill Keane, who did Family Circus, somebody said he did. And then Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda, he also said it. So I don't know who said it first, but that's one of my favorite quotes.
Panda for sure.
Probably not Master Oogway. I'm guessing it was Eleanor Roosevelt who said it first. And there's been different versions of that, but it's just a neat saying. I always like that quote. But yeah, I'm going to take this up because we're winding down. About 2 minutes left of the live stream. If anybody has any final questions, thoughts, complaints, anything, we're going to put away our live stream stuff here and clean up our lunch and maybe go for a walk. I think we need some fresh air and exercise. There's woods all around here, but there's a fence. But maybe go for a little walk, and then maybe go out for dinner right next door here. We'll see, and then go to bed early. Tomorrow we've got about 8-9 hours to drive to Humboldt, Tennessee, unload Monday morning, and then hopefully reload going back home. Will says, I hope the things I sent you made it okay. Yes, they did. She got them, the box, right?
Yeah,
and
a friend of ours.
It's there, yep. It's at home. It came right after we left. So as soon as I get home, Will, I'll open them. And again, thank you for anybody, whoever has given me gifts. You don't have to, but thank you. Again, personal message me on Facebook if you want a sticker, and we can swap stickers. A walk sounds good. The kids are bugging me to go. Okay, thanks for being with us, Martin. Yeah, if you want a sticker, personal message me with your address. And but thank you, anybody so many people, subscribers and viewers, have given me gifts through the years. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that, but I'm so appreciative. But yeah, because we're getting unloaded later, we're probably going to get home Wednesday or Thursday. I'll probably be home for Easter, so that'll be nice. And then probably go out the Monday after Easter again. Gotta keep working, gotta keep trucking, but so I don't know if it'll be another video this weekend. We'll see what happens tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for watching my silly videos. Please subscribe if you like them, and just pray you're all doing well. And thanks for being with us in this live stream. You got a final thought, Sonny?
Yeah.
What?
You're always good at this.
Oh,
I can never.
I'll put away after we're done. Yeah.
I can never. I always have to have you fix things because I can never get things.
Anyway, any final thoughts of the live stream?
Just each time I come with you, I'm more and more appreciative of how we get things. Trying to figure out how we can have things so cheap. We complain because they're expensive. But everything that goes into everything that we have, be it, manufactured or grown, everything that has to go into that. And a
lot of people are involved in growing, producing,
transporting,
all the different things and it's crazy. And it's, I don't know how anybody makes money, and we complain about things being expensive, but they should be way more expensive for everything that goes into everything. But to be thankful for, all the things we have, and just to share what we have too. And
I'm so thankful for you and all the other truck drivers.
yeah.
So because you drive 70 some hours a week, but that's 7 days.
Yeah.
But then
That's why I always say it's
you
80,
are
90
out.
hours really.
You're out. No, it's even more than
Well,
that.
yeah, it'd be
because
100, 120, 130 hours. Anyway,
You're
yeah.
not home,
But yeah.
you know, and just all that goes into that. And I'm just so appreciative for you and all you do for us.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope and pray everybody has a wonderful day, and see you on the next video. Again, I try to do live streams on Saturdays when there's something fun to talk about. It's kind of sporadic, but anyway, thanks. Hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one.